Hello, guys. It's Letty. I saw the most heartbreaking story. The girl's name is Olivia Popham. I think it's Popham, and she's a young mother, single mom. I think she had two children. If I'm not mistaken, she was battling with depression, and she posted several posts. I think it was Instagram, talking about she just needed a break. She kept, saying that she needed a break, just needed a breather from the kids, and how I guess she was having relationship issues, with, just in general. I think with men just being, maybe not being what she thought they were, they um, showed themselves to be in the beginning. And it broke my heart, and I wanted to comment on it because I was a single mom for about 8 years of my life in between my first marriage and my second marriage. And I know the feeling of not having help with your kids. My parents did not help me at all with with their grandchild. They were too busy in their own little worlds, living their lives, and I just never got any help. And it's hard. It's hard to be a single mom. It's like my parents were trying to teach me a lesson. That's what I think. So them teaching me a lesson was more important than having a relationship with their grandchildren, because and the grandchildren have grown up, and they never really reached out. I have one adult daughter, and I have one that's a teenager, and they never reached out to them, which I think is very unfortunate, because no one's saying that you should throw your kids off on the grandparents. Nobody's saying that, but you would think as a grandmother you would want to have some type of contact. There was just no contact. And what breaks my heart about this situation is because I was there. I absolutely felt the same way. I just felt like, man, if I could just go somewhere alone. It was just so, I can't do anything. And I know the feeling, but let me tell you that this is for single moms. This message is very important. Listen to what I'm saying. You have to take time for yourself. I am just this year actually, starting to be able to pursue some of the interests that I had years ago. I've started back to school. And, as a single mom, that's very difficult. And I'm able to do that now because, I have a grown child that's out on their own. And then I have a 14-year-old that can do, she's doing things for herself. She really don't need a whole lot of help with anything anymore. And I'm able to do that. I have the time. I don't have to, be all involved with this, that, and the other. And I'm pursuing another interest that I have had for a very long time, and I'm so excited about. I'm actually able to plan some solo trips because my kids are older. It gets easier. Let me just say that my message to single moms is that it gets easier. And I'm going to tell you something. If you don't get help with your children, just pay somebody to watch them. Take a day off work. I used to do this all the time. I would just put it into the budget. Take some money, drop your kids off as if you're going to work. Take off work that day. Spend the day to yourself. You can stay in bed if you want. You can go right back home, drop your kids off, and do something for yourself. Go to the movies by yourself. Go do your shopping by yourself. Just go for a drive. Go to Starbucks. I have just gotten that breather, and I felt when I came back, I felt 110% better. Plan those days as much as what you can afford. I truly wish that I can provide a service. That actually gives me an idea. I wish that I could just provide a service for They 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 actually have something called respite for children that are disabled. They don't have that for, regular normal children, but respite because if you're a parent that have a disabled child, you are a soldier. I salute you because you really probably need a break. And but parents that have regular children, y'all need a break too. And I'm telling you, it actually gives me an idea. I just wish I could have helped this young lady, And then she, unfortunately, she ended up taking her life because she was very depressed, but she kept posting that she just needed a break. She wished she could just go to the store. And I'm gonna tell you something: your kids are gonna grow up. It's gonna get easier as they get older. They're not gonna need as much, and it's gonna get better. Like, I feel so good now that I'm able to pursue some of my dreams, some of my goals. Because just because you're a mother, that doesn't mean that you put everything on hold. Yeah, it's hard. It's gonna be very difficult, ladies, but try to pursue those things. Try to still have a life of your own, because when you turn your whole life over to your children, sometimes at your expense, it it can hurt you. It can hurt you. It hurts you mentally. You feel overwhelmed. You forget about what you want to do. You are important. I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna go. Someone told me years ago, when my daughter was young, my oldest daughter, and she was just acting out. This individual told me that it's not about you. It's not about what you want. It's all about your child. I did not like that statement, okay? Because you can't pour from an empty vessel. You cannot fill up another vessel when there's nothing in the one that's being poured. And that's what a lot of single moms feel. They feel like empty vessels. They don't even remember their dreams. They don't even remember what they used to be interested in. That business that you want to start, you feel like you can't start it because you're a single mom. That you going back to school. I went to school during that time that I was a single mom, and I tell you, it was hard. It wasn't easy, but it gave me something to look forward to. It was something that I was pursuing that gave me purpose. Not just being a mom. A mom gives you purpose too, but I'm an individual. I have my own dreams be outside of being a mother. I was there for my children. I'm not saying neglect your children, but don't neglect yourself either. So ladies, my advice to you, this is my advice for the single moms out there: stay strong, okay? Please stay strong. Stay strong. Number one, take the day off from work. Number two, drop your kids off even if you have to pay a babysitter. I just had to pay a babysitter because I had no help. No one would watch my daughter. And I only had one child. I had one child with no disability, okay? Couldn't get no help. I dropped my daughter off for the day when I was a single mom, as if I was going to work, because some babysitters feel like I was told, well, you have to be working. I'm not watching your kids when you want to go out. So just, sometimes you just have to do what you do, okay? Because I needed the day. So I dropped her off. I dropped my daughter off early, like I normally do for work. I work 12 hours, so I had entire day, 12-hour day, and then you add two more hours to that for transportation purposes. So you got 14 hours. I have 14 of my 24 hours to myself that day. I used to do that at least once a month because I couldn't afford to take off too many days. But I did that. And I'm going to tell you, that day, I did all the things that I wanted to do. I remember one day I started out at the gym, and then I went to the grocery store. I went home. I cooked up a meal. I had cleaned my house real good. Then when I did that, then I was able to see a movie. I went to the mall. I bought myself something. I went to the restaurant, got me something to eat. I did everything that I wanted to do that day. And then I came back and picked my daughter up. And I had felt refreshed and renewed. And I planned the next month to do the same thing. So I made a plan and everything. So ladies, sometimes you have to do what you got to do. I couldn't, nobody, people refused to watch her to give me a break. So I stopped asking. Baby, you got to make it happen for yourself. You got to figure it out for yourself. I'm giving you a tip. I'm giving you advice on how to do it. I swear I wish I could have a business where mothers could just drop their kids off with me and they could just go and have them a free day. I'm talking about just a few hours. It makes a difference. So anyway, that's my video, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and take care and enjoy your holiday. Bye-bye.